I'm the fuck out. I didn't even get started on what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Bro, that movie was crazy.
Crazy, Frankie. Yeah.
What are the specials tonight?
That sounds good. I'll have that.
Hey everybody, specialists in nothing, back at you again, talking about everything, specializing in nothing. My name is Frank. As always, Joe and Danny, you guys want to say what's up?
What up? What up?
How you doing?
So this one says your doppelganger is out there, and you probably share DNA with them.
That's weird. I've seen someone that really looked like me. Like one time when I was working in asset protection, someone that was working with me saw someone in the store that looked like me and sent me a picture, and it really looked like my fucking twin.
Yeah.
Really?
It was scary. It was scary. He even had glasses, and it was like scary how much he looked the same. And yeah, I definitely don't have the picture anymore.
I don't know. I've never really seen a solid doppelganger myself. Some pictures here and there people show me, like
I mean, there has to be one out
quickly
there.
if you look at it, it's like, oh, okay, you pass for that.
No,
But
there
not
has to be
like-
one out there that looks like you, because you 1 in 8 billion people. There has to be one other person.
Just
that looks
saying,
like
so
you.
far, show me. Where is he?
Well, do you
Where you
think
at?
you've even seen like oh yeah, you've definitely seen 1 million people in your life already. Or it could have. I don't
How
know.
many people do you think you've seen?
Yeah, I was
in
just
your
gonna say
lifetime? That's
how many
interesting.
people do you think you've seen in your life? Like not talked to,
How
but
many-
just seen.
Now here's the
Seen
question:
a
How many
lot.
different
So
people?
many.
How many different
And like
people
you
have
can't
seen?
count like 50,000 people in a stadium because you're not looking at every individual person.
Have you
know what I mean?
physically
I'm
seen
talking,
them? Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about like people that you're walking by, someone that you actually look at their face.
Locked
like, how many
eyes
peop-
with.
Yeah, how many people in your lifetime you think you've seen?
That's
I'd
pretty
probably say, like,
crazy.
a
Think
half a
Yeah,
about.
but
million.
like I'm watching the baseball game right now. I see at least fucking
No,
30
no, no,
people.
no,
What do you
no.
mean?
No,
I
that's
see
true.
all
Yeah,
their
you see
faces
their
perfect
face,
right
that's
now.
true.
I see them right now. The screen's still on the picture. I see them all.
It's true. Like if Jack Nicholson was there, he'd be like, "Oh, that's him. I know him."
Right. I'd be able to point them out right now. Look, go turn to the channel. It's still
I
on
don't
the
know.
whole
I
entire
feel like-
crowd.
It's true.
Just think about it. All the movies you watch, everything, TV shows.
How
the
many
concerts
people
you've been
in life have you
to.
ever recognized? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying. You said how many people do you see throughout a lifetime? Like walking down the city, I'm a big people watcher. Like I'm fucking looking at everybody.
Yeah, but like that's different than just watching TV or watching a movie, because you could pan across the soccer stadium and see 50,000 people, but you're not seeing them. You're seeing a screen of them. You know, it's being recorded. I get that.
No, you're still seeing them.
Well, hold on. Well, this is what I'm gonna say. I get
They're not
that now.
seeing
You
you.
acknowledge that they're alive. And those people are in real life, but like
I get what you're
see
saying, you're not
somebody when you
seeing
go to
them
the
in
gym, or you
person.
see somebody when you're at the bus stop.
No, there's
You
a
know?
difference between seeing someone virtually and seeing them in person, but that is still a live thing. So that's a live camera because he's watching a live game on sports. So he's still seeing that person that's sitting there right now in real time, even though he's not there. You're talking about seeing someone in person. How many people in person have you seen then? But
Well, that's what
I
I
still
thought you
think-
asked.
well, I still think what he's saying counts though,
Excuse
because
me.
what I meant was like, if you all right there, buddy?
No, yes.
No, but
Kid picks up a
if,
Foot Loco.
I'm
No, it's
thinking that like,
Arizona
yeah,
Iced
if you just saw someone, like I meant like, how many faces do you think you've seen in your lifetime?
Well, so then this is where we have to draw the line. Is it virtually as well? Because, dude, you could watch movies all
500,000
day.
more or
You
less.
You could never leave. Yeah, 100, definitely more. 500,000, definitely more.
500,000. Okay.
But like, you could never
are we
leave your
saying we've
house.
seen a million so far?
I mean,
33 years down the line.
Out of absolutely. I would go with. I
a
would go with.
million.
I would go
Million
with
people.
more than a million.
You hit
More
the
than a
million
million.
mark.
do you know they
More
say
than
that you
that.
make 32,000 decisions in a day?
Who said
So I
that?
heard that too, but I don't
I
think
It was
believe
like
it,
a
I
video
believe
that
it,
I
I believe it, I
saw.
believe it.
It was like a video I saw, but like literally every decision or whatever, like if
Bro,
you really
every
thought
which
of
way
every
you
choice,
look, everything you
yeah,
do is
exactly.
a decision. So.
Whether it's left, right, this, that, everything. So they say like on an average, a person makes like 32,000 decisions a day. So like thinking about it in a ratio of something like that, I mean, there's 300 days in a year. Let's call it like you see like 30,000 people a day. I mean, that's almost like a million people a year.
That's pretty interesting. I don't know. People are like shorthandling it. I just looked at one and says you'll meet 10,000 people in your lifetime. But I've definitely already met 10,000 people.
Think so?
100%.
Like that
Met.
you've known?
Met. Not that I've known that I've met, like physical eye to eye
Like just hey, how you
contact.
doing? I'm Danny. Or,
Stuff like that.
10,000?
Dude, I
Yeah.
bartend. I was working at Disney back in the day.
Yeah,
I was
nah,
running.
nah.
Okay,
definitely.
yeah,
You
that's
know?
true. I didn't
Without a
think about
doubt,
that.
bro.
That's a good point.
Without
On
a
Yeah,
doubt,
I
EMS
wouldn't
bro.
say
calls.
I wouldn't say for me that I've met 10,000 people.
No.
I could say,
I don't
all
think
right,
so.
let's back it up for a second. So you don't, Frank, you're saying you have not met
Yeah,
10,000
like he's just saying, like
people?
I've been a bartender, and like it's not. I was in the kitchen, like, and I was, I don't know, like I
Yeah,
dropped
but
out of high
just,
school. I never
bro,
went to
asset
college. Like I
protection.
really never did anything to meet
Whatever.
people.
I feel like you've probably met more than 10,000 people and you didn't even realize it. Think about the
Maybe.
jobs you've had in the past 5 to 10 years. How many people per day did you meet? You know, whether you worked at a supermarket and people are going back and forth, whether it's, oh, excuse me, sir, can you help me with this? Yeah. Oh, excuse me,
No,
miss.
but see, like when I was working at the supermarket, I was asset protection. I'd be in my office with the cameras. I wouldn't be talking to people. I'd be watching people on camera all day.
You fucking pervert. No,
I'm
I'm
just
just
saying.
Yeah.
And
So-
then like, you know, unless I had to stop someone, but like, yeah, it wasn't, that's what I'm saying. Like, and even in the kitchen, I'd see the same people that I was working with in the kitchen. Or like at Carrabba's, it was different because we had the open bar for like the pizza oven. So like I would like meet people and talk to people there and give them some
Right.
stuff. But like other than that, like yeah, a lot of my jobs, I didn't really, and in construction, I didn't really meet people. It was the same people we worked on the job with. So I don't know. I've lived a different life than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So then,
Okay.
Joe, many years ago, many years ago, when
Many
you were
years ago.
active, how many people you think you met during the day? Like, if you had to put a number on it.
A day?
Yeah. Like, do you think
back
you met?
when I was in like the city every single day?
Yeah.
I don't know, a day meeting at least 20, 30 people a day.
I would say that's about average. I would think so. You know?
And I'm a very
mean-
like people person. I walk into the deli and I'm bullshitting with this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like interactions and shit. You probably
Interactions. Fuck
Before
meeting. Interactions. with
right.
You interact
So-
with a lot of people a day, bro. I
Dude.
do, even at my job now.
Frank, I think you're undershooting it for yourself too, you know?
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, now
See, like, you know what's sticking in my head right now? You ever heard the Marlon Wayans thing when he's talking about, he's like, I'm not that friend that's like, oh yeah, in your best times, call me, like, let's go out, let's do this, and like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'm more like the friend that, like, in your worst times, like, when you, like, need somebody, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, like, even when I went out, even when I went out, I was always hanging with my group of friends if we went to a party or something like that. I never really always
you didn't
branched out to-
expand out.
Yeah. Like I never really had like a big group of friends, even in high school and stuff like that. When we worked at Carrabba's was probably the most friends that I ever had. Like,
Yeah?
you know, most people I knew at one time. Yeah.
But even about like your interactions and stuff, you think you meet at least 10 people a day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
I think you could up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers.
There's a rookie.
When I was working on the ambulance and bartending, I was, dude, going to
Yeah, but
calls
bro,
every day.
you have
Well,
had
this is-
jobs, Danny, where like
Well, this is what I'm saying.
you're meeting more than 10 people in the first hour, just getting into work. Hey, what up,
Yeah.
Steve? What up, John? Tom?
You come in for your
George?
shift and the bar is full and you're like, hey, what's up?
That's what I was gonna explain. Like it's
You get
different.
to the hospital. Hey, what's up? I'm
situations.
Danny. Here's this.
Right.
Oh, hey,
Everyone's-
you're a nurse. Here's this.
Everyone's putting in different things. Like Frank, think about people who go to work and they're in like a cubicle all day. It's the same 15 people on the same floor or 20 people in that office. You know, the only time that you get to interact with people is on your break. And does everybody go to lunch at 12 o'clock? No, some people go at 1, some people go at 11. You could be working in an office with you could be working in a building with your soulmate and you'll never know because you don't leave your fucking cubicle. That's why I can never work at a desk job personally. I need to be out doing things. I need to have a little bit more light in my fucking office than just these fluorescent lights that are fucking flickering. If there's a fucked up battery or something, not battery, light bulb, fucking battery. I don't know. So let me ask you another question. Let's just call it 30 people a day, right? For the past like 5 years, do you think that in meeting these people, somebody has said something to you that made you think differently about something?
What do you
Wait,
mean?
say that again.
Yeah,
Do
what?
you think, all right, so in these interactions that we've had, let's just call it 20 people a day, right, that we have met in the past. Do you think anybody has said something to you or done something to you that has influenced your life in any way, or maybe kind of like made you second guess something and like, oh shit, yeah, you know what? This person said this. Maybe I feel this way about it. Like, did
Yes,
anybody,
definitely.
yeah, anything you can
I follow
recall?
you.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Am I
I do get what
explaining
you're
myself?
saying. I can't recall, but like, yeah, it's definitely happened where you'll have a conversation with someone and it's like they'll say something, and you're like, oh shit. And you think about it and it makes you feel a certain type of way. And it's like,
I feel like
I think
everybody,
differently about that.
yeah. I feel like you can make an impact on someone's life without even trying it.
You do it to me every day, Danny.
Thanks, Joe. You're the best.
You're welcome, buddy.
Think about it. If, let's say, you meet 10 people a day and you impact 10 people's lives, and then those 10 people go impact 10 people's lives, and so forth and so forth. That's why, bro, I tell you, don't be an asshole to people, because before you know it, someone's gonna come back around. That's karma.
Yes, sir. Yes, that is.
Frank, you look
So
a
you're
little
saying
upset
if
right
I'm
now. What's
no,
going on?
I'm just analyzing and thinking. So like,
He's analyzing.
you're saying if I'm more like you,
I'm not. I did
then
not say
wait,
more
listen.
like me.
Okay, but I meant more like you in the sense of what you're saying about being nice and not like
I
assholeist
didn't
or
say
whatever,
you're
things like that.
not
You know what I
nice.
mean? Like, you know what the times I'm talking about. Just let me say what I want to say.
Let him say
But
what he's gotta say, man.
if I was more like that, you're saying that other people would be more like that because I've impacted their day better than worse, which in more turn would say like that world would eventually just be better because if more people acted that way, then more other people would act that way and it would be contagious. Is that what you're saying?
You just made it sound so confusing.
Yeah, I'm gonna quote Tupac on this. Tupac said, and I quote, "I may not change the world, but I guarantee I will spark the revolution to change the world." So yes, in a sense, if you produce positivity out there, it'll flow and it'll come back to you. If you produce negativity, it's gonna come back to you. That's why people are like, oh, bad things happen in threes, because they don't have any other reason to explain it. But if they're being dickheads to someone, it's gonna come back around. What you put out comes back to you.
Then why don't people say that good things happen in threes?
Because good things happen all the time. It's just that bad things are spoken about more because that's what gets attention from people.
Why do you think that is?
That's a good question. I think that people are intrigued by the bad shit that's going on because like fear sells. Same way as like sex sells, you know?
But why
If
doesn't
you're-
good sell? Like, why isn't like why will I don't know? Because personally, and I guess I feel like a lot of people do
I
say
get
this,
you.
but I honestly do get happy for like other people
Yeah.
success, or like if you called me and you were like when you called me and told me that you got your certificate
Certificate.
My
Yeah.
bad news.
for for national for
Right.
for the
National
EMT.
Registry.
Yeah, I was genuinely happy for you. You know what I mean? Like, why isn't that something that's more than people like on bad news?
I appreciate that. Number one.
Absolutely.
Number two, I do think that because it's attention grabbing and we as humans have such a short attention span that if it's not really great or really bad, we don't care about it. And we've noticed that if there's more chances someone's gonna watch a video of, all right, so it's two extremes. It's either like puppies and kittens playing together laughing, oh, that's so cute, or it's like burning building and 3 people jump to their death. People are like, holy shit, did you hear about that burning building? Because that's not that it's more exciting, but it's more thrilling, and people are like, holy shit, that could happen to us, or that could be somebody we know, instead of fucking puppies and kittens and shit like that. I think. I don't know.
I get you. That's actually not a bad perspective.
That's how I mean, if I had more time to think about it, I could probably come up with something a little bit better than that. But I've always said to myself that if I don't think I've ever told anybody. I might have. I'm really not sure. It's not a big deal.
You're
But
telling a lot of people now, so listen up.
if I ever become, I'm sorry, when I become rich and we are all successful, I would like to fucking buy a radio station and just play whatever the fuck I want all the time. Like, not that I would DJ it. I'd probably hire someone to DJ it, but I would definitely overlook the playlist, and it would be jams that you would love to hear. You know, it's not just this radio
Danny
hits.
just wants
It's
to
going to
make a
be
classic radio station.
but not even classic. I would have 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. That's it. Nothing
I don't
from like
think you could
2000s.
mix that
Danny's
much
gonna
on one
have a
radio
bunch of
station.
Fam,
50
I will
and
have
older
specific
crowd
hours.
every
If it's not broken
single
down by
day.
genre, I don't think you can do that. Like 106.7 is light FM, but it's from like 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, whatever. But that's all light music. Like, I don't think you could play like a rock song from the 50s and then play like an R&B song from the 90s. Like, I don't think you could do that on the same radio station, bro.
Okay,
Why
let me
not?
just.
You could,
let me
if it's
just.
his,
There's
he
just
can do
not
I was
whatever
just
he
gonna
wants,
say.
now,
Frank.
like,
It's
you know,
his,
there's
it's
no
his
station that
radio
ever does
station,
that.
Frank. He can do
I
whatever he
get
wants.
that, but there's no radio station that does that, and the reason is
That's
because
why
they
it's
all
gonna be
know-
such a hit.
But that's
no,
why
because
Danny's
the
saying
reason
it's
is
gonna
that
be
they know
good.
that that doesn't work is because it's a certain crowd that you listen
Who
to. Like,
knows?
okay, so who's your audience going to be?
Whoever wants to,
Everyone.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, because the people that want to hear rock, as soon as something else comes on, they're not really going to want to listen to you, or like vice versa or whatever. So
I get
people
what you're
aren't going to
saying.
stay on that station because it's not consistent to what they like. So nobody would stay on that station. That's why they don't do a radio station like that. You have to stick to a genre.
Gotta find your niche, as you
That
say.
was 20 years ago, Frank. Things are different now.
I'm just saying, good luck
I
with
just
your
wanna
radio
hear-
station. I just don't think that that's a successful
Thanks, fam.
thing.
Well,
Wow,
since
Frank don't got your back.
wow,
I'm just
Okay.
saying, I don't think that would be a successful radio station if you're playing.
I'm not trying to be successful. I just want people to listen to what I want them to listen to. I want to play 50s rock, 60s fucking soul, 70s disco,
Danny-
80s dance, 90s
Danny went from
hip-hop.
being like a
Danny's
DJ
he's
to
gonna have his
the real Dr. Evil. I want people to listen to what I want them to listen to.
No, not like that. Maybe like that. I don't know.
He sounded exactly like that.
Like a 5-year-old saying, I want you to listen to what I put on.
Listen to me now.
Oh, that's funny.
There was something I was gonna say before the radio station thing, though, and I forgot what it was. Fudge.
Can I be honest with you? I don't even remember what the first thing we started talking about is because it wasn't the radio station. Like, when we first started, we were talking about something totally, completely different. I feel
Oh,
we
like
veered
the
off.
people we met. Oh, influencing. There you go. So on my radio station that I have,
What?
people that you meet, people that you like, how many people you met throughout your life is what we were talking about.
Oh yeah, but even that was off of something. How many people you met in your lifetime was off of something that we started to talk about before.
I said something about Tupac, and you were like, you think you're gonna change the world by like positivity and spreading it out there.
you
which I
you
thought
said
was
that
later.
you said that afterwards. Way
Yeah,
Oh,
that
we're
was way
talking
later.
before
Joe
that?
knows
You're
what I'm
just
talking about.
bringing
We
up
just-
shit that you want to talk about.
No,
right now.
I'm just.
You're like,
forgot
oh
what
yeah, I
the first thing
remember.
we started to talk about was.
Oh,
Doppelgangers.
No, that was later on too.
What do you mean later on? When did
No,
we?
Later
Frank,
on, there was
where are you
something that we
going,
rolled
bro?
with in
How
the
far
beginning.
back are we going with this?
Joe signed in. The three of us were finally on together, and I said, "What up?" That
No,
part?
but like whatever we rolled with in the beginning, I forgot. It was something else before we started talking about how many people we've met in the world. There was something else that we were talking about before we talked about how many people we've met in the world, and then it went into that. And I had something else that I was going
It
to say.
wasn't
and I totally
about how
forgot.
many people we met in the world, or saw in the world.
What the
a
hell am I supposed
day.
to be
It,
asking?
it was before that.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my god, I can't wait to go back and watch this now
I'm
because
sorry.
I'm not
Look out
the
for
guy.
part 2. It's gonna be
Oh, man.
35 seconds of Frank just saying, "Oh, so what I was trying to say was." But all right, do you got it or no? Can I continue
No,
with
I
something?
don't remember. Go ahead, go wherever now. Yeah.
So now that you reminded me of what I was gonna say before, was that imagine that you work in a building and you're sitting at an office desk all fucking day, and you don't know this, but like your soulmate is literally in that same building but on a different floor. How wild does that gotta be to know that you could possibly be walking past this person every single day of your life until that one day that you make eye contact and you're like, hey, you work here? They're like, yeah, you work here? How long you been working here? Oh, 11 years, 15 years. What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, let's get dinner. Let's do this. And then out of fucking nowhere, like your life started. This is what's what I tried to get to. Like, you've been working there for 11 years and she's been working there for 15 years. Let's just call it, right? It took you 11 years to accidentally run into this woman who works in the same building as you for you to then continue your life and like meet this person and either get married, get engaged, have kids, start a family, buy a house, wherever, move somewhere. Why do you think that is? That those 11 years of you working there, you've never met each other,
Well,
but
like
you
you
work in the
say,
same place.
You always say that
Everything
what is
happens
it,
for a
like,
reason.
no, like
Fate.
your
No
life is like
fate.
one decision away from being something different or something like that.
Yeah.
So exactly that. Like maybe they went to a different place for lunch that day, or went the wrong way down the hallway, or hit the wrong button on accident on the elevator, or whatever. And that's what caused it. But it took 11 years for you to make that mistake.
But
or
that's
whatever it
gotta,
is.
I think that's fucking crazy though. Like when you're working there
What's
for
the
11
chances?
years, that's exactly it though. Like everything lines up perfectly or everything doesn't line up perfectly and that one thing hits and it's like, bam, new decision, new life path. And that's how it goes. I don't know, bro. Life is fucking crazy. And I just,
That you basically explained. Joe, have you ever seen New Girl?
Yes.
He explained Coach meeting his girl.
Yes.
How they basically lived in like overlapping the same like city all the time, and then
remember.
they ran into each other like 6 times the same night.
that's wild.
I'm just saying that would be crazy, but
I don't know, man. I feel like,
that didn't happen for me.
well, you fell in
Like
love
me and
early.
Karen weren't around the same area. Like I just met her young, but we weren't like around the same area for a long time. We just ended up working at the same job.
And
Like
Joe,
like the story of the two Joes is more crazier than that. Like, you know what I mean?
the story of what?
Like Joe Coppola and Joe. Well, I don't know if I should say
yeah. Yeah.
that. But
How
yeah,
Joe and I met, and then coincidentally, like Joe and I are friends.
Oh,
And then
isn't
the
that
other
a crazy,
Joe.
bro? How crazy is that?
That's
Think about that.
wild.
that's
just
that's what I'm saying.
crazy.
That's crazier to me. Like to what you're saying in like 11 years. Like it took you however many years to meet this guy, but only took Joe, less years to meet him. But then after 10 years later from him meeting him, it was a reconnection. Like that's a crazy story.
Should we just explain this quick? Because I don't think I wasn't able to follow what you just said.
Yeah,
about
I feel
him
like
and
you
this
guys
and
have said that a couple times
Uh,
tonight. I'm sorry. I don't
No, it's okay. We're
Tell
here
him,
for you,
man.
Frank. Use your words. So yes, Joe has a
Was
friend
it-
named Joe
Mhm.
who you guys knew each other how long ago? 10 years?
Bro,
More than that?
way
Probably more than
like
that, 20
15
years.
years ago, call it.
And then you guys stopped hanging out,
We were
right? You
best
moved or
friends
whatever. You guys were best
in
friends.
Jersey. Yes. We stopped being friends. We got older, whatever it was. Boom, boom. I went this way. He went that way. I moved all the way back to New York. I went to Florida. I did mad shit in between, right? Here now, what, 3 months ago, 4 months ago?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So then Joe and I became friends, as you know, obviously, Frank. when we went to Carrabba's, we met, we've been hanging out, chilling, we got real close. And then this kid Joe's friend, coincidentally gets a fucking
From
job at my
Jersey.
job from
Right.
Jersey. So then me and this kid Joe hang out, and they would both tell, dude, what's crazy is they would both tell me stories about each other, just like separately, like
Not
Joe,
knowing that you knew the other one.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. It was just
100%.
like,
And like I would put things together and different perspectives. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Sounds like my boy Joe. And then I'm like, holy shit.
But
And then-
wasn't it one day where like you were talking about the podcast actually?
yeah, bro.
to
Danny,
the other
Danny
Joe.
also totally smashed it. What Danny told me was he was showing Joe, my friend Joe from Jersey 15 years ago, showing Joe at the gym our podcast on his phone.
Yeah.
And he was in the profile section and he was like, Joe Yotis? Like Joe Yotis from Jersey, Joe Yotis.
And he's like,
And
you
then
know Joe
that's-
Yo.
That's how it clicked.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I thought that it was him that picked it up.
And it's so crazy that my old best friend met like my new best friend all the way the fuck out here all these years later. And they've been
we
talking
go
and
to the
working with each
gym,
other
we fucking work
all the
We
time.
work out, we work together.
Didn't know
Mm, I
that my
feel
two
you.
best friends were hanging out with you know what I mean? It was just like, it was
That's-
just, what are the odds of him meeting Danny?
No, I feel
You know what I
that.
mean? And being cool with him after all these years.
Yeah, man, that's something else.
I feel
That means tell you what that means. That's a sign that me and Joe were actually meant to be friends.
Yes. That's confirmation, dog. And I'm not talking about the Eucharist body of Christ. I'm talking about real life shit.
You're talking about fate. And I've learned
We'll
that
talk about
platonic love
IRL.
between two men does exist.
IRL. That's funny. Have you ever had some coincidence, crazy shit like that happen, Frank?
Not really.
Yeah, there was this one time the stripper and we were.
No.
I've only been to a strip club one time in my life.
You know what? I've been to 3 strip clubs, never got a lap dance.
Beautiful.
Yeah, me neither. I did go one time though. It was my 21st birthday.
Not for me.
It was, yeah, me neither. It was the
This
first time I
doesn't
ever
do
went.
anything for me.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I
To
know
be honest.
people, I know of people that go there regularly. I'm not like close friends with them, but they're like, yo, you want to hang out? I'm like, yeah, you want to go grab a beer? Like, yeah, sure. I know this place Delilah's down. I'm like, no. I'm going for a beer, not
Oh my god.
not a fur burger. And it's crazy because people are like, oh, let's just go to the strip club. Waste $300, get nothing out of it, go home drunk, smelling like cigarettes and fucking an empty wallet. And they're like, yeah, no, we'll do this again next week.
I'd rather go to the casino to lose my money. At least I have a more fun time.
And you could drink for
This
free there
again next
if you do
week.
it
True.
properly.
True.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I just, yeah. I never, it was just never appealing to me.
I wasn't a big guy on
But
strip
also, I was
clubs.
never like a club guy either. I only went to a club one time in my life too.
No, you've been to more than one club.
No, Pasha on Halloween was the only time I've ever been to a club ever.
I
Come
went
on,
to
man.
Pasha on Halloween way back in the days.
Yeah, it was
Way back in the days.
07, 08 maybe when I went. And that was the only
Actually.
club I've ever been to ever in my life.
Wow.
That's it, bro?
Yeah.
No way.
Unless you count like Z1 when they do like the club night on Friday night. But
Nah,
no,
I
yeah,
don't get it.
I've never. My sister was like the club hopper. Like when we lived in Vegas and stuff, she was a teenager. She used to go to like the Palms. She went to I forget what the name of the freaking club, Tao or something like that.
Wow, damn.
And yeah, like I mean, I used to know a bunch of clubs, but I never went to any. It was never my thing.
Shit, damn.
Like I said, when I was trying to say, like I never met,
Damn
like I never
fuck.
really went out like that. If I
So
was
the
gonna go
one and
out because I
only
wanted to
time
go
you've
out for
been to a
something,
club was with me.
yeah. And if I wanted to go out or something like that, like I'd go to like a hole in the wall bar and go get like a couple beers and play some pool or some darts or something like that. And I might meet like 5 people that night. Whereas like you'd go out in a club on a Friday night, maybe when you were younger, and meet like 75 people in an hour.
That's crazy. So then, say that last part again.
I said where like you used to go to a club maybe on a Friday night and you could have met like 75 people in like an hour.
That's pretty crazy. So that kind of comes around full circle about what you were saying before about how many people you meet in a day.
That's what I'm saying. Like I really don't think I've met even nearly as close to as many people as you in my lifetime.
But don't even compare. Don't even compare. I'm just saying for you in general, it's got to be more than 10,000 easily. Easily.
No, more than I thought we were talking about 1 million. Didn't we say like
Oh,
a million?
a million.
It was
Is that
like
what
1
you
million
said?
a year or something like that when we did like the 30,000 a day or whatever, because it was like 30,000 facilities a day or something like that.
200,000 range.
So I don't think that I've met like that many people, but I do think that you guys could have met that many people.
So let me ask you a question to piggyback on that, because like status quo says that
Status quo.
we fall in love with 3 people in our lifetime. Do you believe that? They say that we
Yes.
only fall in love with 3 people in our lifetime, and each one for a specific reason.
I could
Is
see
there a
that.
guaranteed 3 people, or
I
is it
fucking
like-
wish it was guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed, Joe.
Or, all right, so it's like you could.
see, well,
fall
at
in love
first I
to
was
up to
thinking,
3
like,
people.
It doesn't have to be like an intimate
Right.
love though, from what you're saying. Like it doesn't have to be a
Wait.
relationship love. Like when you said it at first, I was thinking of Bronx Tale. Like he's like, oh, you only love 3 women in your lifetime or something like that.
Similar
And-
to it, yeah.
But see, no, I was thinking of it as like you could be in love with 3 people, like meaning like, so if I could say like in my life right now, there's only pick 3 people like that I could say like to take with me. Like,
I'm not
past it,
talking
like,
about
whatever.
like
No.
But that's a-
unconditional
He's
love,
not
like your,
talking
That's
your
what I
wife,
meant.
your
Exactly.
kids.
That's what I meant. Like unconditional love. So
Right.
you mean like actually in love? So
I'm
yeah,
talking
then I
about
disagree.
like falling in love with someone, relationships, and it's all going. It's all going the right way.
No, I disagree.
You
with
don't
that.
believe that there's 3?
No.
You think more or less?
I mean, for me, it was 1. I don't care. Like,
Aw,
I'm not
That's the
even trying to be
cutest
like
thing
that.
I've ever heard you say.
I'm not even trying to be like that. Like,
same.
and here's the funny
same,
part is
Frank.
here's the funny
Same
part is
thing, bro.
Karen doesn't. I know she doesn't
I was
believe
gonna
me when
say,
I
are both
this.
of your girlfriends right next to you? Is that
No,
why
but see,
you-
and she's actually
Nah,
not. She's
in the
upstairs
other
putting me
room,
to bed.
But I love
And
my girlfriend.
She's upstairs putting me to bed. But
when
here's the
she's
thing is,
low.
and she wouldn't believe me if I would say this like to her.
Oh, here we go.
But I mean this, and I'm not even trying to be like that. I love Karen so much and like how our relationship is and has been and just everything that I wouldn't want to build another life or another relationship or another anything with anyone else. If me and Karen actually did ever end up not being together at some point for some reason, I wouldn't want another, like I would have friendships. So I'm not saying I wouldn't be intimate with people. I'm not saying I wouldn't, have sex in my life again or whatever, especially if I was still younger. But I wouldn't want another relationship. I wouldn't move on and be with anyone else. I wouldn't want to be with anyone else. I could be cool with,
Hold up. Off of what you just said to help Danny's question out. So you just explained that special one type of love that you have for Karen, right?
Mhm.
That's cool. That's one. That's one for you. Okay. So what Danny's saying throughout all your friendships after, if you ever did break up, right? You saying you could do it, you could be cool with people. You're not saying you would just be a slouch on the couch.
Mhm.
Even the smallest type of like, wow, I feel very comfortable to you. You know what I mean? Like, you're cool. I could do this with you, but I'm still like,
Mhm. I mean, I get what you're saying because I'm not saying people don't change and time
like
doesn't
number
change
2
people.
for you? You know what I mean? That's what Danny's saying. Like, you
But
can get a specific type of love for each specific person, and he's saying,
I guess
like,
it
you get
depends on the
3 of those
person.
in a lifetime.
I guess it depends on the person because to me, that wouldn't be a number 2 because to me, even if I felt like, because exactly like to your point, like, yes, over time in life, your decisions might change or you might feel differently. So let's say like it is something where like, okay, our relationship was ended and 5 or 10 years later, I felt differently. And now I met someone where like I felt something.
Right.
I still kind of am on the thing where like,
You
at least
could
me now in my
love
mental,
that person differently, maybe
yes,
not
but
as
it wouldn't
much
be
as
the
Karen.
same. So it wouldn't be like, oh, that's number 2. It would be a different love, a different relationship. I
Right,
think you
so
only get
that's-
one.
Yeah, but he's not specifying to one type of love. He's saying any type of love.
I thought he said that you're in love with 3 people. Like that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't count it as like I was in love with that person. I could have love for that person, but I don't think I would be in love with someone else.
Okay.
So now, all right.
You specified it a lot better for me. To me, you're tooth and nail in it. But okay.
Well, I think there's a difference to having love for someone and being in love with someone.
Yes, I
you can
agree
love
with
and
that.
care about someone and not be in love with them. So
You
yeah,
could-
I feel
yeah.
like I could have love for other people,
Right.
but I wouldn't be in love with anyone else. No.
So do you think even before you met Karen that you've had 2 other loves or another love that you thought that was going to work? Because really, no, it was just
Yeah, I
Karen.
only
That's
had
it, one
like
and
maybe
done.
like no, I mean I only had like maybe like 4, maybe 5 other girlfriends or like girls that I like dated consistently or whatever before Karen, and I wasn't in love with any of them. There was one that was like an infatuation, but that was like a young whatever thing that wasn't
So-
like I was in love
Right,
with
but
her.
I've had one of those also. Only one.
Yeah, but I
Young
wouldn't count that as in
infatuation.
love either
Why?
because it was a physical like infatuation. I wasn't really in love with her. I didn't really actually know anything about her at the time. I was really like just enjoyed
Right.
going
but
out with her and
for
like the
your
whole
age and for what you knew, that was still a specific type of love. You were infatuated with her.
I guess
had
at the
one true
time,
love
but
when I
not
was
now
younger.
because of how I feel now.
Right. So technically she's number 1. Karen's number 2. Karen might be your stronger one, which she's
Yeah.
number 1, but you've had 2 specific types of really strong loves for somebody, whether it was like young adolescent love or fucking adult you love now that you have for your wife.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
See what
then.
I'm
So then
saying? That's where he's getting at.
I get that point. But
Oh,
see, you said in love.
God,
That would
it's
count as in love.
tiring explaining shit to you.
This is a conversation. What do you mean?
Oh fuck. Well, I'm
Oh.
glad that you brought this up because I'm gonna explain the 3 loves that they say you have, right? The first one is falling in love for the first time. It's like young love, what looks right.
Okay, so exactly like what
and
Joe
it's
just
like-
said.
Exactly. The second type of love is falling in love for the second time. It's the hard love. It's the one that really makes you work for the relationship. It's like it's the love that you wished was right, but it doesn't work out. And then the last one, if I'm not mistaken, hold on, because I wrote it down and I done fucked this up. It's the one that lasts. So right now, Frank would think that he's in his third love, where it's the love that lasts. And this is the one that it just feels right and everything works out. So that's why they say that there's the youth that is for the looks. It looks good on paper. Oh, you two belong together, high school sweethearts, college shit.
So can
Then
2 and
there's the
3 be the
hardship.
same person?
You know, that's a good question. I would say, I mean, look, you're
Like
gonna
in
have
some
hardships
cases,
with
2 and 3 could
everybody.
be the same person. No.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not falling in love for the
Yeah.
second time, falling in love for the third time.
I know, but I'm saying the people
Falling
you
in love
described.
with the same
If it was
person, just that it lasts because it feels right, but it's hard. No,
Well, no, but
pun
I'm saying so,
intended.
like going the other way now, like because where I said like, oh, if we broke up and how would feel this that. If we never broke up and we stayed together forever, which obviously, God willing, hopefully is the plan. But if we get buried side by side, and so then that would only be my second. So does she count as like second and third because of what you're saying? Like, oh,
Maybe
she
you
was
don't
my
even need
strong
to hit the
love,
third.
and
Maybe you've already tapped off at your second.
but
you
that's
know?
what I'm saying. It would still be that because you said it was a strong love, and then your final love or whatever you said. So that would be your final love. So it
I
would be
guess.
second
I
and
don't know.
third.
I mean, I'll tell you right now. The first
I'm
love,
just saying there's always an exception to the rule, is what my point was.
absolutely. I'll agree with you on that 100%. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely exceptions. But I was going to say, I guess, I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, I said it already about the just falling in love with 3 people, because that's just what love is about, and fucking meeting different people at different times.
Gotcha.
We all know who my hard love was right off the top of the bat. So I'm still waiting for this third. So if you out there, I hope you listen. That's not the case. Actually, chances are the girl like my soulmate, she's like, no, I don't listen to podcasts. I'm like, cool. So
until one day when something makes her listen to one, and then she's like,
someone is like, oh, have you guys ever heard Specialists of Nothing? And they fucking they jam out to like one of our Would You Rather episodes or some shit like that. She's like, who is this boy? And then she goes to our website and she sees our profile and she's like, oh my God.
Speaking of the Would You Rather, and I don't know if you guys got to see this, but I sent this to you today, and I have to bring this up now that just because you said
Please.
that. Did you see the Tom Segura? I forgot who else he was talking with in the conversation now, but so they were talking about a Would You Rather, and it was hilarious, but it was a great question too.
Oh, okay.
Would you rather, for the rest of your life, only talk in screams and yelling?
Oh shit.
Like shouting forever. Or
Come on, Frank.
oh my God, I gotta hang on. It's right here.
Please do it. Please do it.
Oh my God, I can't believe that I fucking forgot. I was so excited to tell you guys too.
Way to fuck this bit up.
Everywhere you go, you have to run.
Oh, or everywhere you go, you have to run.
So everywhere you go, you
literally,
have
like
to
if
run.
you're going to the bathroom, if you're going to get a bottle of water, if you're going to get the mail, if
I
you're going
would
to get
run.
I would run. I'm not screaming. No way.
really, you would
Yeah.
run everywhere to everything.
Everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, can I
That
run to
would
my
be just
car and then drive
exhausting.
to
Same.
work?
Same.
Yeah, but that would just be
Exhausting.
exhausting.
Yeah, but if
Bro, you can
running
never
everywhere
have-
is
you
your
could-
normal walk,
So okay,
you'll
but
adapt.
if you get up at 2
Get in
a.m.
shape.
and you have to take a piss, you'd run to the bathroom and run
Yeah,
back to your
I'm not
bed.
trying to
Think
piss the
how
bed.
much. Think how much you can. Everybody yells at me now. Think how much you can get done in a day, and you sit around.
There'd be so much more
Imagine
room
if
for
I had to
activities.
run. Right, we could do shit all day long.
You'd be
I
getting-
just
you'd
feel
be-
like
whatever
I-
want.
You'd be
I
going,
just feel like
man.
I yell
Laundry,
already enough
grocery
as it
shopping.
is that like I talk so loud normally.
No one would ever tell you
Same.
secrets. No one would ever tell you secrets.
I just feel like I already almost do it. So for me, that would be easier.
I don't know, man.
But it was funny because in the conversation, it was Bill Burr. That's who else he was talking to.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
Bill Burr
seen you
says
said this.
he's like he goes, I would just not answer the first 5 times anybody said something to me. So it's like they were calling my name on the 5th time, it would just make sense. They'd be like, what? And I was dying the way he said it, but I don't know. I think that would just personally be easier. Like nobody would tell you secrets. Why? Your point of a secret is just to not say it. So whenever
This
you're
is
talking,
true.
it's loud. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
Well, that's just mad annoying. I don't know, bro. People talk. I know this kid who talks mad loud, and just I'm like, dude, chill, man, chill. Like, actually, matter of fact, it's not you specifically, but now that I'm talking about it with you, there's times where I'm talking to you, Frank, and I'm like, yo, chill, bro, chill.
I know.
Aaron is that fucking person. Aaron is 100% that person, and I see the look on his face because he's like, yo, he's right. It is Aaron. Aaron, we love you, brother, but he's like mad loud for no reason all the time at like 2 a.m. I'm like, bro, chill, calm down, go relax. I have a quick would you rather. Can you want to hear this one?
Absolutely.
Would you rather wear the same socks for a month or the same underwear for a week?
Same underwear for a week. Easy.
Yeah.
Boom, diggity dog.
I would do both. I could wear the same socks for a month.
Not me.
You
can't
can
wear
or
the
you
same
can't.
socks for more than a
Let's
day.
go.
I definitely can't wear the same socks for more than a day.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Would you rather watch nothing but Hallmark Christmas movies or dubbed over Chinese films?
Wait, say that question again?
You're either going to watch corny Hallmark Christmas movies where like they fall in love and Christmas cookies and oh, my special wish is this.
Every
Or-
winter, Karen loves to put that shit on. So I hate it.
Or-
I hate it.
I love
Or
that shit.
Chinese films that are dubbed over by American English.
It could be
Some
kung
of those
fu
could be
movies.
really good. I would do either. I would do
That's
both.
what I say. It could be kung fu movies because I'll do kung fu. I could totally do kung fu.
I would do.
I do
more kung fu?
prefer the Hallmarky style movies though.
Really?
Yeah. Bro, there's some of them that are so
I get emotional in movies that make me cry. I hate to
Yeah,
watch
you
them.
do. Yeah, you do.
I do.
I got one more. Would you rather oversleep every day for a week or not get any sleep for 4 days straight?
No sleep.
You'd rather get no sleep for 4 days straight? Motherfucker, you worked overnights. You know what this shit's about.
I was just gonna say I already go like days without like and get like maybe 2 to 3 hours of sleep for like 2, 3, 4 days in a row. So I would go with the no sleep. Plus, like I tell you, I just think that if you sleep less, there's more time for more like to be more productive.
And this is what we're telling you. If you got to run everywhere, you're going to be more time to do other shit.
right there, bro. It's right in front of your face.
I don't know. I just wouldn't want to run. I hate running.
I mean,
though.
bro, you're
I
not like
hate
sprinting
running.
down your hall. You're doing a light jog. I mean,
That would-
quote,
no,
unquote,
that's not-
running.
That's
You
not
can't
running.
even pick up
Jogging
speed.
is
You
not
can't even
running.
pick up enough speed to go from one end of your hallway to
That
the
is
other.
not true. Obviously, you've never seen these TikToks. Have you ever seen the kid that's like, oh, if you had to run to do everything, and he literally like grabs the trash, fucking flings it out of the garbage can,
Yes,
and runs
I saw
outside
that
this,
one.
blah, 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 and runs. Dude, that's what they're talking about. If you do that every day forever, only, or only speaking, screaming. I don't want to scream again because they're sleeping upstairs and they text me before, but you know what I mean. So yeah, it's either you're yelling everything or you're sprinting full sprint to everywhere to everything.
Full sprint all day, full send.
You're crazy.
Let's go.
Fuck that.
You know what? I want to go back for a second and explain how Frank has impacted my day today. I'm gonna tell you why. And
Positive.
got anything else to say after this? That's fine. Otherwise, we could call it. But you meet people every day. You don't even know how they impact your life, but they do, whether it's subconsciously or creatively or whatever the fuck it is. Today, Frank brought these Snickerdoodle Pop-Tarts into my life. Okay. And
Are
I
they
have to
that
say
good?
that I love you. I haven't tried them yet. I'm gonna wait
Oh.
now.
Oh.
I love you for remembering that I said that I love Snickerdoodle cookies. So you bought me Snickerdoodle Pop-Tarts.
Well, yeah, when
So-
we did the episode that we were talking about, like your favorite smell or whatever, you said probably have to be Snickerdoodle cookies because I love
Are
them
they
at Christmas
good?
or whatever.
Are they good? Are they good?
I'm about to try it.
Well, they're
right
gonna be
now.
better toasted no matter what. That's
Hell yeah,
that's
they're gonna be
always the
better
case with
toasted.
Pop Tart.
Okay, Snickerdoodle cookies.
I can't believe you waited to try it till yeah, that's so funny. But yeah, so I did. I was in the store and I saw them and I was like, oh shit, Danny loves Snickerdoodle. And I remembered from the episode. So
Oh man,
are they good?
Fuck.
Yo, Joe, do you
Fucking
know
good.
what other Pop Tart they have out now too?
Oh my god.
They have so many actually. A lot.
They have Eggo waffle Pop Tart.
No.
The inside tastes like syrup, and I'm not joking. Like, because I have them, it tastes
And
like
the
biting into a
outside
fucking
is the
Eggo.
inside.
Well, the outside tastes like
Doesn't that
the
blow your
crunchy part of
mind?
an Eggo, like the waffle, and there's syrup inside it. Like, and no joke, when you toast it, it
Where'd you
really
get 'em
tastes
from,
like an Eggo
ShopRite?
waffle. Yeah, or Stop and Shop.
I'm gonna go to ShopRite. Better have them fucking things tomorrow.
I gotta say, thank you, Frank. These Pop Tarts are bomb. You've impacted my life today by
But
changing
can I tell
it.
you, with food, that's the third time I've impacted you.
Yeah.
First time was Biscoff, the cookie spread.
Oh my god.
I put you on the Biscoff, the cookie spread.
Cookie butter.
Yeah, the cookie butter.
Fucking
Mhm.
is so
Number
good.
2 was the Kool-Aid Mio squirt bottles with 0 sugar.
I fucking got this shit in my right here. This is it. It's delicious.
And now number 3
0
is
calories,
the
0
Snickerdoodle
sugars.
Pop Tarts.
Yeah, dude. Much appreciated. Thank you.
I got you,
Thank
bro.
you. If I
She
had a
knows
mic,
bootleg
I would
snacks before
drop
they
it.
even hit the shelf.
and
Twiggy got a new cookie coming out. And when you bite into it, the flavor.
I took it out the wrapper so you could get to it quicker. Oh
That's funny.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. Well, Joe, you got anything else to say?
Good, Danny.
All righty then.
All righty. Joe's good. Let's wrap.
Okay. Well, thank you all so much for the likes, listens, shares, and follows. We appreciate all of your support. Please go impact other people's lives by telling them about Specialists in Nothing. Let them hear about us. We're funny. I think we're funny. I have a good time.
I was just gonna say, yeah, impact our lives directly. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube.
That's what's up. There it is. Be the change you want to see. Thank you very much.